Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Paranormal Guyz. I hope everybody's having a great evening, and I hope that everybody is ready for Valentine's Day. We are live on YERGZ Radio and Rainbow Radio at this time, and we will be rebroadcasting on the Bigfoot Radio Network as well as WRFN Radio Free Nashville. So we have some great guests, and I have some great co-hosts too. Let me bring them out so that I'm not just talking here. It's Miss Amanda, and we have Mr. Greg. I can't say you're handsome, charming, and beautiful, Greg. Sorry.
Of course he is.
Well, you can say that. I can't.
Of course I am. You can always say it. Doesn't mean it's true.
Welcome, Paul. He said he is ready for the love. Yeah, Wobble Master, we just got off to a little bit of a late start. Thank you. Everybody, please hit that thumbs up button. Go share this. And let's introduce our guest, Miss Lacey Blayze. Hello there. Welcome. How are you?
Thank you. I'm doing fabulous. How are you guys doing?
Good, fabulous.
Good.
I'm going to figure out how to make us all, well, I don't know. We're all even on the screen, so it's good.
My head is big.
You gotta kind of go
Miss
back
Lacey,
a little
you have
bit.
such a large head.
There we go.
Lacey, when I emailed you, I said, just don't tell the missus that I almost forgot Valentine's Day. So,
Oh yeah. I saw that. I was like, oh.
Did you Amazon something to her?
No, I went at the used bookstore today. I bought her a bunch of books that she wanted on witchy stuff that I don't know nothing about. So she's probably going to put a curse on me. I don't know. So.
With all of her crystals. All of her
it's
rocks.
funny. I did. I bought her a crystal energy book or something. I know nothing about it. Like I said, I'll probably get cursed or hit in the head with rocks or something. But Lacey, this is just our normal banter. I'm sorry. We are glad you're here. You, for such a young lady, you have had such a career. You've been on MTV, you've been in a movie, and now you're a model, and you're just everywhere. Next, you're going to be playing in a band. So tell us about yourself.
So I have been a freelance lingerie model for almost 8 years now. And before that, I had only done, like you said, an MTV show. It was just a reality show. I don't even know if you guys remember it. It was called Date My Mom. It was like a long time ago. But I always had the acting bug. I really wanted to be an actress. So when I got the opportunity to get into modeling, I didn't realize it was connecting the dots for me to be able to, become an actress. And so I worked really hard at it. I learned the craft, and then I started charging for it. And then I got more opportunities. Like I've been able to, teach workshops to new models to help them become models. I've started a men's magazine, similar to Playboy. Actually, it's my second one that I've done. I've had clothing lines. I run a photography studio. I do group shoots for models, just, anything and everything. And for everything I do, my background is in journalism and web design. So I design the websites for it and the graphics, and marketing's the only thing that's not my forte. So everything else, I'm like, yeah, I can do it. But marketing, I need a good marketer. But yeah, I do
in the social media world, it's not easy to market.
Yeah, that's another thing. Instagram. I started doing, Instagram influencing when I had maybe 20,000 followers, and I loved it, because you get free product and then you post it out, and I had a couple deals, and now for some reason, I don't know if it's just not focused on that enough, but I have, I don't know, not that many followers, just like a little less than 200,000. I haven't got that many deals, but I haven't been searching them out, because back then there wasn't as much, I guess, responsibilities that I had. So those were good deals, though. You get free clothes and stuff.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just going to comment, just 200,000. So I've got like
200,000.
I'm
Do
trying.
1,000.
I'm trying to stay humble. Like that's above all things. I don't ever want anything to, because I've seen models out there that are like, I'm too good for you. I'm too good for this. Blah,
Right.
blah. And I'm like, be grateful. Like this is an awesome industry to be in. If you use it, all the good things from it, and learn from it, have fun with it, especially. So I don't know. I said the day that I wake up and not like doing it anymore, I won't. But I love it still.
I was a professional wrestler and I never turned down an autograph. You always want to be there for the fans, and
Exactly.
a lot of them were mentally challenged, and I would never pass up a hug. I'm like, oh, I'm a hugger too. It's okay. No, because our fans are what makes us. If we didn't have the fans, we wouldn't be able to do what we do.
Yes.
You
I say
know?
that all the
So,
time. Like,
yeah.
I thank my fans. Like, if it wasn't for you guys, I wouldn't be here.
Yeah.
Some models don't understand that, and they won't talk to their fans. And I'm like, who do you think you are? Like,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
it is what
You
it
would be
is.
nobody without them.
Exactly.
Yeah. So that's awesome. Oh, always stay humble. That's awesome. Yeah.
It's hard to keep Greg humble. He's also a movie producer, so you got to watch.
Yes, my head is very large,
Yeah.
as you can tell. It's hard to be humble with a head this big.
Gosh.
What have I done? What have I done?
Don't tempt me
Oh
with a
my
good
God.
time, Glenn.
Yeah, well, I did promise you a good time, so just a hug, Greg. Just a hug.
So what's been your favorite thing you've gotten to do so far, Lacey?
I would say something that I'm doing right now. I'm in the middle of filming an indie film. It's based in Rochester, New York, which I had never been to New York before. So I was flown out there last year to film some scenes. And mind you, I had not done like extra work really. I had done a couple of music videos, but I hadn't done any speaking roles in a movie. So I got cast for this character that has a lot of speaking roles, and it's amazing. It's like a dream come true for me because that's my be all end all. That's my passion, and so yeah, I'd say that filming it's called A Date for Anya, and it's just a dream come true.
That's awesome. What was your role?
I play a model. Go figure. But yeah, she intertwines with the main character quite a bit, and I don't want to give anything away, but it's
Yeah.
like it's a story that will help people who have struggled with certain kind of addictions that it
Okay.
covers in the movie, so and it's based off of someone's true story, so I think it's a great movie to put out there, and I'm really proud to be a part of the project.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah.
That sounds great.
Mm-hmm.
Will that be coming out in theaters?
I know it's indie. I don't know much about how that works, to be honest.
Okay.
But
Yeah.
I mean, I'm hoping, it'll debut at festivals like that sort of thing. That's the side of the business that I haven't learned yet, but I'm trying to learn as much as I can. Like on set, they let me do the slate,
Yeah.
little things. I just wanted to learn it all. Like, it's like,
Yeah, me too,
Yeah,
Lacey.
cool. Yeah. Greg's got another movie coming out, and we just went to Alabama to see one of his movies, so that's really cool.
oh, that's awesome.
Oh, hey, Chris. Yeah, that's awesome. Got to be a model in a movie. Do you have any other movies lined up?
Not at the moment. I've been in
Okay.
talks with a producer who says he has background roles for me, but
Yeah.
people talk, like show me the
Yeah.
script, like
Right.
so no, nothing's set in stone right now.
Well, that's cool. Well, once that one comes out and people see you, I'm sure you'll get more offers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully so.
I did a silent film once that went to a film festival and won, so that was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah. So
Like,
hopefully you can get out there to those film festivals and people see you.
yeah. Yeah, I got I was able to join IMBD because of this movie, and I was like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah,
Get an
yeah.
IMBD credit? It's like, not me.
Well, you should
That's
That's
so
have
awesome.
cool.
IMDb if you've been on
Yeah.
any type of film or TV shows or anything. You should still get IMDb credits.
Yeah. I didn't have the opportunity before. It didn't come up as one, but then the movie, the producer put the movie on there, and so he added me on as the actress. And then it was like, do you own this profile? And I was like, yes. Fine.
That's so cool. I love it.
Yay.
I need to do that for myself. Actually, I was in
You
a movie
really
as a
should.
medic.
Yeah, you
I
really
was in a
should.
movie as a medic. I was the set medic, and then she declared that the director, producer, whatever, I don't know the terms, decided to change the script a little bit because the medic was supposed to come out on the set and take off the zombie. Well, she said that the medic's going to get bit and turn into a zombie, so I had to become a zombie, and I showed up to be a paramedic, not a character. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. She goes, just act like a zombie. I was like, okay. So,
Any zombie movies in the future for you, Lacey?
Not that
Maybe.
I know of. I did a body casting in LA because I guess I have the same body as some actress, and they do the mold of your body and then they like rip it up with all their special effects. But I think it was for a werewolf movie. I don't think it was for a zombie.
Oh,
well,
that's even better.
Yeah. And they were like, we're very secretive in the scary movie industry. I can't tell you what it's for. I was like, it's okay. When I see my body double, in this movie, I'll figure it out.
Yeah. Now you'll be watching all the movies just looking for yourself.
Where's my body?
I used to do that with car parts. I sold car parts when I was a stay-at-home mom with my son. And then I would watch all the cars in the movies to be like, did they get that part from me? Because I sent a lot of car parts out to California.
That's so funny. They probably were. There probably were a lot from you.
Oh yeah, and I'm like, don't destroy that car. That's my car parts.
Speaking of which, the halftime show, they totally had to pay lots of money for that car that Kendrick Lamar, and then turned it into a clown car. It had a set under it so everybody could come out. They paid over $100,000 just for the car alone to tear it apart.
That's insane.
Wow.
Insane.
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez. They need better halftime shows. I mean, if that's the best you got, y'all need to try harder.
It was just okay. But I mean,
well, I guess it's a good thing I couldn't understand any of the words.
I thought it was because I was deaf.
I mean, they have these spectacular halftime shows, and then you come out with that, and it's like, really? That's all we get this year?
It would have almost been fitting to have one of those medicine commercials right there, right at the end of it, called "Young Again."
Yeah,
it's where you're too old to hear what's going on, and you're like, "Young again." It's a suppository. Blah blah blah. Makes you
never know. We may see Lacey on there on halftime show one year doing something.
Well, she seems to be on the right road. I mean, she's got a lot going.
Do you sing, Lacey?
Oh God, you don't want to hear me sing.
Well, I heard band. Do you play an instrument?
When I was younger, I used to play like a violin and a piano. But I haven't really been practicing that.
Yeah, we call that a fiddle around here, man.
Oh, the fiddle.
Fiddle. Yeah. We're all in the South.
I'm kidding.
Yeah. I'm learning banjo for a new band.
Ooh.
So, yeah, it's very Southern here.
It's called Deliverance, the band.
Yeah, Deliverance. when you hear the banjo.
She's gonna be like,
what am I walking into?
I've got internet trouble. I gotta go. So I'll scare her off.
Hey, if we've made her smile, then mission accomplished.
Yeah.
Very true. Very true. So, yeah, Lacey, we don't often get actresses in here and models. And so when I sent the request out to you, in fact, I can't remember who it was, probably Amanda. She's never going to reply. I'm just going to be in the inbox or the trash, But I was shocked when you replied. And so I'm very happy you did. And then it hit me. It's Valentine's Day. So I thought, this will be awesome, So yeah, we can get pointers from you, because I'm not saying that some people may have forgot the holiday. Is it tomorrow or Friday?
It's Friday.
Yeah. That's what I thought. Okay, good. I'm
Yeah.
Glenn's in trouble.
I stay in trouble
with the Memphis.
Yeah, Mrs. Sportcat, she'll beat me when I get home. So.
Just in theme for the Valentine's Day thing. I've got the pink top and I did a pink backdrop. So I was like, ready for and my shoes.
Oh,
I love the
glitter. Those.
Sparkly.
I love sparkles.
I need some like that when I go Bigfooting.
Yeah. I want to see that, Greg. So I need a picture of you wearing those shoes and doing the axe that you posted on Facebook the other day with an axe on each end of it.
That's
and
right.
those shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, chopping wood.
That's what I need.
I want to see.
She's giving me a fantastic idea. I'll get tens of views. Absolutely.
Yeah, at least.
It says those pants sparkled too.
Yes, they do. Sparkly.
Mine?
I love sparkles. My whole closet is black, but if it's black with sparkles, sold.
Oh yeah, I love black too and sparkles.
Mm-hmm.
So that's
pretty much go to my closet and go, which black shirt do I want to wear today?
That was me for the longest time. So I was like, I should add some color to my closet.
My aunt actually asked me if I had anything but black, and I said, I don't think so.
I mean, it's hard. Black looks good with everything. So it's like,
yeah. It's a go-to.
Mm-hmm.
Slimming. That's what they say.
Mm-hmm. So. That's what I need, slimming. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, Lacey, what are you doing for Valentine's Day?
I don't know.
Okay, that's fair.
To be honest, I don't know. That day I'm leaving open, and whatever happens, happens. I have work the night before, and then I have work the day after. I have a group shoot to go to. But yeah, my Valentine's Day, I'm just gonna leave open and just see what occurs.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've had people ask me to be their Valentine, but I was like, no. And I think once somebody sent me like a joke Valentine. I don't know for sure, but it was like one of my guy friends, and they were like, I have a surprise for you Valentine's Day, and it said like Costco, like 2 for $1, eat $34.99. I was like, what the fuck? Is this a joke?
Costco, you can get a hot dog for like $1.
Exactly.
What's $34.99?
It was like 2-person meal, and I didn't even respond. I was like, I don't know if this is a joke, and I don't want to offend him, but no. Like, no.
Oh my gosh. Now I just want a Costco hot dog.
Yeah, I'll take that. Just hot dogs naked.
Go walk through Costco. That sounds like a great Valentine's to me.
Oh yeah, I get lost in there.
Yeah.
Paul says if you're free Friday, he'll fly in. So there you go.
Oh.
Of course, you may have to get a restraining order.
She might have to. Oh my God, what am I into?
Well, there's a lot of people that want to, fly in. But
yeah, I have that trouble too, Lacey.
Yeah.
I understand. The struggle is real.
Just wait till you have those shoes on, Greg.
I know, right?
They're going to be unstoppable.
Yeah.
Right? Those shoes were made for walking, I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
Lacey, I do want to keep it, obviously I want to keep it somewhat Valentine's Day, but we are a paranormal show. Do you have any experience with any paranormal stuff? Bigfoots, ghosts, anything?
I do.
Bigfoot.
I feel like as I'm getting older, I'm becoming more in tune to it, I guess. You would think it would be the opposite way, because when you're younger, they say that kids see things more often, and then as you get older, it kind of, that ability fades. But I've found it's the opposite for me. And I think it comes from my mom. Like ever since she was a little girl, she said one time she saw she was in bed and she saw a little girl in her rocking chair, and it was a ghost. It wasn't real. And she was just sitting in her rocking chair. And she said that was the first memory she had of seeing ghosts. Now she actually can, like, not like a medium, but she can channel them. But people have to pull it out of her. So it's not like you can go to her, and she doesn't do this as a job. But if there's someone around her that has someone that's passed away, and that, like, it pulls it out of her, then she'll just, start telling them. And I've been really surprised by some of the things I've heard. Like, she's spot on. And she doesn't advertise that she does this. So, we're not going to say her name or anything, but her ability is amazing. And I think I'm developing something like that. I don't see dead people, but I am in tune to the things around me, like the studio that I work at or ran. There's, ever since the night I started working there's always been this feeling that I was being watched, and I didn't like it so much. So I thought it was coming from like some window. I covered up that window. Well, I had someone over, and they came out of one of the rooms, and they were like, "There's something in that room." I was like, "What do you mean?" Thinking like it's an animal or something. It's like, no, I feel something watching me in that room. Well, the next day I found out that there was some girls in there doing some satanic ritual. The owner had to come in and kick them out. And I'm like, "Who were they?" And he's like, "Oh, they came with some other model that came to shoot." And I was like, "Great. That's great." I was like, "Do you know that in that room, like, my friend felt something weird in there?" And I was like, "There's nothing wrong in there." Well, maybe there was, like, and I don't know what they did or how far they got in their little satanic thing, but it was like, everyone that's been to that studio, most people, they've seen like a little gnome running around. He like peeks around corners and stuff. It sounds psychotic, but like, I know multiple people that have seen him. I've seen him myself. It's strange.
It's interesting that you said it looks like a gnome, because I've got a friend, his name's Adam Davies, and he had actually seen a portal open up, and there was these two little black creatures that came out, and they could have easily be described as a gnome. And there was somebody else that, and she's I guess like a medium, and she also has described seeing something that looks like a gnome.
Wow.
So, yeah. So you're not alone in those descriptions.
Okay. Because I was like, this is weird. Like, but other people in the studio have seen it, and they can describe it to a T. So I was like, okay, I'm not the only one seeing it here. The owner doesn't see it. He doesn't believe in that stuff, although he's told me several stories of paranormal things, but they just didn't happen to him. So I was like, well, just wait until it happens to you, because then maybe you'll believe it, because it is real. I mean, I believe in it anyway. Don't know what other people believe in, but I believe in it.
Well, I can tell you right now, they're real. Bigfoot's real. And there's some debate on whether Bigfoot is something that's native to this world, or is it, multidimensional? I sort of fall on the plane that it's something like multidimensional.
Yeah.
But something that I've seen a lot is orbs. And I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
talking, I'm not talking like, you take a camera and you do a flash and you see these little see-through circles. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking luminous balls of light that you see with your eyes that interact with you. They stay there for hours.
No, 2 separate times I've caught him on camera on my security camera one time, and then another time in this house where a couple people had just passed away. And I was like, oh, I saved it. It's like, yeah, orbs, balls of energy.
Yeah, so they're I guess we call it paranormal now until we know the science behind them. Then it's normal, but right now it's still paranormal. But
Right.
it's absolutely real, 100%. So there's no sounding crazy about it because it really is real. There's some people who don't open themselves up enough. They're still sort of narrow-minded into this 3D dimension that we're in, and they won't believe it because they can't perceive it. But as your frequency rises, your bodily frequency rises, then you open yourself up to other things that are out there, the other entities, and you're able to perceive them.
Yeah.
So they're absolutely real.
Yeah.
Now we've scared you to death, so.
Me? No.
Do-do-do-do-do.
No, not at all.
You never know what all is out there.
I love this stuff.
Yeah.
I've got so many different stories I can go on and on about, but
No, that's what we're here for. It's a talk show.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's not the guest show. It's a talk show.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. There's just I don't know. There's there's the good side and then there's like the bad side.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah. From my perspective, it's just like people. There's some that are benevolent. There's some that are malevolent. And there's some that's just indifferent. So they're just like us. They get different personalities, different types.
Yeah.
So it depends on what you encounter.
Right.
And what you attract.
He was talking about crystals and not knowing much about them. I don't either, but I found out organite. It's not a crystal, but it's that. How do you describe it? What the heck? What would you know organite is? It's like
Organite?
It's meant to ward off like evil entities, but it also protects you from I have to look it up. I don't want to sound stupid right now. But I started wearing this organite medallion because there was some I want to say bad energy that I was following me and I could feel it.
Mm-hmm.
And it was kind of like messing things up for me in my life. And the organite's supposed to protect you. So let me see. Used for dispels negative energy to promote luck and prosperity and enjoy the positive vibes. That was not written by someone who writes English. Okay, hold on.
Somebody like me.
Okay, so
the grammar was weird.
So it's a mixture of organic and inorganic material.
Dog tooth. What the heck is that? That is not what I'm.
Careful what you look for on the internet.
Here we go. Okay, organite is a blend of resin, metal shavings, and quartz designed to enhance your energy field while protecting against EMF, radiation, and negative energies. So I was like, that's what I needed.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
found it.
I think my wife may give me some of that. So.
I found it in a store in Big Bear that I walked into thinking it was like an alcohol store because it said alchemy outside.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Is that? I don't know. That's what you just described.
That looks like pyrite.
That's what it does. That's what this is. Yeah.
It's sparkly. I like it.
Okay. That's pyrite.
Oh.
As my wife has gotten into these things, and I guess I'm learning. She bought me a medallion, and it started with a C. I can't remember what the name of it was. And I wore it, and I started having all these hives all over my body, and I was like, okay, I said, I don't know if it's this or not. And so I took it off, and after a couple days, it all went away. So I don't know, but I was like, you can have that one. I had bad mojo. So she gave me another one, which I haven't had a heart attack or anything yet, but
Yay.
night is still young. So, and even as we speak, I've got the obsidian gold in my hand, since I'm always nervous during the show, and I'm fidgeting with it. So, but
Good
yeah.
for anxiety. You're able to rub them.
That one then.
Yeah, I've got
Well,
a ton. I love little crystals and things. I got a whole bunch of them. This is just one little, one little bowl of them. I've got them all over the place.
On my show and tell, but I don't have my organite in here.
I love crystals. I love crystals.
I'm learning too. So,
like these little bits of emerald.
Oh,
that's nice.
Yeah, that store in Big Bear. It said alchemy outside. Yeah, so I thought it had something to do with alcohol. I walked into it, and it was like crystals, and there was like a frequency maker machine in the corner, and I was like, ooh. And so, of course, the frequency maker machine was like surrounded by people, so I never got to use it. But I talked to the people that worked there and asked them, about what I could get to like ward off evil spirits, and they suggested the organite. And then I saw one that had like the tree of life symbol on it, and I know someone pretty prominent that wears that symbol, so I was like, that's the one I want. Perfect. So I got it, and it does. I feel like it does what it says it does. Like I don't have all these like misfortunes and stuff when I'm wearing it, and things seem to be better for me. So
I'd be wearing that when I sleep.
Yeah,
awake, asleep. I would never take it off.
Wear that when you play the lottery too.
Right?
The weird thing is, it would come off of me like when I'd like take off my shirt or something, and then I'd lose it, and I was like, oh my god, something's taking my organite. I go running around looking for it, and then it's like just with my shirt over there. But it would take me like 2 days to find it. And I'm thinking like, oh my gosh, like an evil spirit took it off me and took it away. But it was just on the floor and with my clothes.
Oh my gosh!
But I need to find it again though now. Yeah.
What'd you think of it?
Well,
she's funny.
Since you said that, have you had any experiences with bad spirits?
Since I've been missing my organite?
Well, just in general. I mean,
no.
You're missing your organite and you meet us. I'm sorry.
Well, no, I am missing my organite, or it's misplaced, but I keep spilling my drinks. So I don't know if that has anything to do with it. But no, like really, I have noticed an improvement in my life overall since I've been wearing the organite. Definitely. And then they have those pyramids. You guys seen those pyramids that they make and stuff? I really want to make one of those. Because they say it can do stuff like in the radius of like, like outside. Like, I'm not sure exactly what. I don't like to speak on things that I don't know like completely everything about. But yeah, it's supposed to benefit more than just like your home and you. Seems like a good thing to do. Benefit my neighbors.
Well, yeah, they say they work on energy and frequency. So, I mean, if you think about it, everything around us is energy. I mean, we're surrounded by energy and frequency. So there has to be something to it because the earth puts these things off itself naturally. So
there absolutely is something to it. Because all this stuff vibrates at a different frequency, a little bit different frequency. And if you can get stones that vibrate at a little bit higher frequencies, then the more negative entities that come around tend to vibrate at lower frequencies, and that would repel them because in the frequency world, like attracts like. So the higher frequency that you have, the more positive energies or like frequencies will attract toward that.
Yeah. I love going on like YouTube and finding like frequencies for, they have frequency for anxiety, frequency for this, that.
Absolutely do.
I'll listen to like, lately I've been listening to like a ADHD, like focus one just in the background so I can focus. It actually does help.
I'm sure with your busy schedule, you need to. So,
yeah, because I tend to get overwhelmed and I'll sit there and I'll be like, because I don't know where to start. And I'm like, oh my God, that's not productive. So I'd rather like play a frequency and just get going.
Yeah. Do you meditate?
I don't do as much as I should. I have a gratitude book and I sit there and like I'll kind of meditate on the answers. That's, I guess, my version of meditation, but I haven't done an actual like sit there and just, quietly meditate in a while. But I should incorporate that into my routine because it's helpful. At least I know it was for me back when I did it a lot.
It is helpful.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of meditation, I would recommend something called the Gateway Tapes. And you can find them on YouTube. And I listen to them pretty much every night, but it's a how-to to meditate and eventually astral project, like the CIA projects have done. So it's been proven to work, but it takes a long time to learn how to master. It takes maybe a year or so, depending on your abilities. But it absolutely really, it helps me just settle down,
Yeah.
is that the Monroe Gateway that you're talking about, Greg? Okay. Yeah, I've used that for a long time, and you can astral project, but it does take a lot of intent, I guess is the right word. You have to really
it's your intentions on it.
Yeah.
Have either of you guys astro projected?
I did one. I've learned to astral project. I don't get to be able to do it all the time, but the first time I did it, freaked me out. I'm serious. I was just laying in bed. It had been maybe a month or so I was trying, right? And finally, it's like my whole body started to vibrate. It's like, I was like, oh my God, what's happening? Then the next thing, have you guys ever seen Stranger Things?
Mm-hmm.
When the little girl went into the deprivation chamber and everything got all black, and except for the whatever entities was around, they was like illuminated. It was just like that.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
It was just like that. And I was like, oh my crap. And I felt like I was falling, right? And I was like, oh crap, this is too weird. So then I woke up. That was the first time I'd done it.
Wow.
I'm too scared to try. Like, it freaks me out just thinking about it.
No, it's fun now. It's a trip now. But that first time really freaked me out. Yeah, that first time freaked me out.
Yeah, I was out on the job injury. I had a back injury, or actually it was a neck injury. I was at the fire department, and that's when I discovered the Monroe Gateway. One of he's a friend, CIA too, ironically, and
how about that?
He gave me the tapes and the audio to listen to, and I'd been doing a lot of physical therapy and stuff, trying to get back on the job, and one night I was suddenly doing somersaults and spinning in the air and all this. And I'm like, wait, am I dreaming? And then it hit me. And then so I brought myself back. But that was the first time I ever did it. And I called my friend the next day and I'm like, you're never going to believe this. You got me to do cartwheels and dive in the water and all this stuff. And I haven't been able to because of my neck injury. And shortly thereafter, the doctor's like, we're not going to have to do surgery on you. I'm like, I like that. I like that. So.
But, it actually works. And have you gotten to the declassified CIA files regarding that? You know that
Not, I don't think so.
it goes into being able to astral project and dealing with outside entities, like entities that you'll meet and see, right? And how to deal with them. And then eventually it goes into one's ability to move forward or backwards in time.
Yes, done that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
So apparently it's very real. So there you
yeah.
are, Miss Lacey. It's very real.
Well, you know, our government did just spend like $1 million learning how to fend off zombies. So
Mm-hmm.
it makes you wonder.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yes. It's an absolute study. They spent $1 million, and basically it boiled down to make a lot of noise and shoot him in the head.
Just
Oh,
like a
$1
video
million.
game.
That's what they found out.
I was like, I could have told you that for $20. So,
Oh my goodness.
but you know, talking about that, these things have to be real because even our government acknowledges, even Bigfoot. You know, so it makes you
Well,
wonder.
I've seen it, so I know it's real. I don't try to, to convince anybody else. I've seen it. I know it's real. So, yeah. Orbs are real. I've seen them.
Yep.
So, you know, there's more to this world than what we were taught when we were little.
Oh, yeah.
Or at least when I was little.
Yeah. The
That was a
spiritual
long
world
time
is
ago.
vast. And there's different
Mm-hmm.
dimensions. All
Absolutely.
here. So much going on.
There's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Now-
what got you into the entertainment industry, Lacey?
Well, ever since I was a little girl, like I'm talking like 4 years old, I would create little like dance routines for my mom, and, like my great grandmother, and like perform them. Like, cause she had one of those fireplaces that like go up a little bit, like brick, and
Mhm.
so like a little stage, and I would have like everybody come and watch me, and I'd just do little dances and stuff. And as I got older, I was a cheerleader, and I got into like more how do you say, just like entertainment things, like with date my mom, and that was the first time being in front of like a real crew and camera, and then that was like from there I was like, that's it, that's my calling for sure. If I want to be an actress.
Mhm.
But I didn't actively pursue it. That's the funny part. I remember asking my mom if I can go get headshots done when I was a teenager, and she didn't have the money for it, and then I just let it go. And you would think that I would pursue it a little harder, but I didn't, and I kind of regret that. But everything that's meant to be will be, and that modeling thing literally fell into my lap. So it was like, I feel like I was meant for this because it did happen. I've had to put the hard work into it. It's not been, a cakewalk, but here I am, and I love entertaining. I like to take people out of their own head, and whatever their troubles are, whatever they're going through, and just give them a show that they can just like let go, and just watch and enjoy, have fun, whatever it is. An escape for an hour, or if I do a live show or whatever it is. I just like to provide people that relief, because it's helped me in the past. I would get lost when I used to watch TV. When I used to have that time, I'd get lost in the Kardashian shows because I was like, oh, their drama is so interesting. It takes me away from my drama, but like, I don't want to be the Kardashians at all. But I would like to provide, just like a happy, like, just relief from people's crappy, maybe they're going through a bad day, and then they can come on and we can have a great live. They can interact and, play games or whatever. So ultimately, I want to help people help, whether it's helping new models, or helping people escape, like I said, whatever it is, I just want to help people. So if I can do what I love to do and help people, that's a bonus for sure.
Nice.
That's awesome.
What was it like doing a reality show?
Oh, it's all fake. It's like we were brought to like a production house. It was supposed to be our house, but it wasn't. And everything, like every scene that they filmed, it was like they were like kind of guiding us in what they wanted us to say. And then the B-roll that they use, in between the clips, those are scripted completely. And the whole thing was basically like the guy dating 3 moms to see which daughter he wanted to date. So I never got to meet the guy. He was my age. And so my mom went on the date with him. They filmed all that. And in the end is the big reveal where they have the limo come out, and he had ended up picking me. And it's so corny. They had us run on the beach holding hands, and then it's like we, run off into the sunset, live happily ever after. But no, we didn't even talk after that. Like there was no love connection. It was all for the show. It was like, wow. Like he was like a 6'5" Abercrombie model, but I wasn't like into him at all. It was just weird. It was just kind of like because we had to stand there and say like lines to the camera, like like I'll take you home, you can cook with me, or stuff like that. And like it was so corny. I can't. But I liked being in front of the camera. I really enjoyed it.
Was that your first experience being in front of the camera like that? Or had you been? Oh, wow. So when you first did it, you thought all these people are like that, I guess.
Well, I mean, I had kind of had an idea that reality shows weren't real. I mean, yeah, it's kind of obvious. But some people still swear up and down that reality shows are real. No, that's real. I was like, no, it's really not. Like,
yeah.
It's
yeah,
it's
no.
It's like, but yeah, no, that's when I learned that Hollywood was like pretty much a facade. I like opened my eyes a little bit, and now with everything going on, I'm like, oh my god.
I've even read like where people have had fake relationships because they wanted it to look like they were together because they were doing the movie together, and for publicity's sake, they were in this fake relationship.
Yeah, like those bachelorette and bachelor shows.
Mm-hmm.
They put them in like this bubble and to make them fall in love, and then like the majority of the couples don't even end up working out because it's like now you're in the real world. Good luck.
Yeah.
It's like
not every date can be on the beach anymore.
Yeah.
Now it's your money, not Hollywood's.
With a chef to prepare every meal for you.
Yeah. Gosh.
Oh man.
But
it's funny.
Yeah. I just acting like movies or even being in the music videos that I was in. That I was in like 3 in a row, and that was a fluke too. But I love it because I do I don't sing or whatever, but I do like little videos to other people's songs. I just can't release them publicly. I have them behind a paywall, because of licensing and all that. But so I've always loved to like perform even as a singer, lip syncing. Because dancing, I love to dance. That's like one of my big things too. But I've never been like a stripper or anything like that.
Oh, I was about to say whenever I dance, there's a pole involved.
I mean, I like it when there's a pole involved, but I'm not. I've never been a stripper.
Greg.
I'm a man of many talents. What can I say?
Well, that was
man's got to make a living. $20.
How do I follow this?
Goodness. I think it's time for our break here, Glenn.
Getting close. Well, I mean, I'll ask this, Lacey. Have you ever been in front of the camera naked? Because that would be totally weird to me. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm a
this
factor.
movie I'm filming right now. I've already filmed the scene where I undress on camera. But keep in mind, I am
too,
like,
but it was a horror movie.
What?
I said me too, but it was a horror movie.
That's another thing. Okay, you just reminded me. I had been flown up to Oregon twice now, and these weren't any kind of mainstream. This was like for private parties. But there's a photographer that is a very dear friend, and he has these people that contact him to do these fetish movies. I can tell you both times. Well, the first time I went up there, literally, it was like 3 days of filming. The other model and I were naked the entire time in, like, he's got like 90 acres of land, and it's all like dirt and trees, and he's got like a western like town built, and we had to die in different ways, like being hung at the gallows. I had to ride a horse naked and die like that way, just like all kinds of crazy stuff. And I'm like, who ordered this? Like, I mean, like, I don't. It was interesting. And then the second time I went up there, I got the chance to be a villain in one of the parts, where this poor model, I was in a restaurant as a restaurant manager. I poisoned her. Then she was in a meat factory, and we had to hang her up by her ankles naked. And like, it turns out that I serve her at my restaurant. Like,
oh my goodness.
The secret's in the sauce.
Yeah.
That made me think of the Terrifier movie where she's hanging by her ankles and he kills her.
I've never seen that, but yeah, that poor girl. She had to do it like 3 times, and I'm like just trying to like oh my god, you know. But yeah, I forgot I was naked in those two. But those were for a private party. It wasn't like this movie. Is not, this is, it's not mainstream, it's indie, but it's going to reach more people than that other one did. That other one better be just for that person. You better not be having like show parties with it. Like, hey, look at this weird stuff I ordered. Like,
oh god.
Well, still, you said earlier you felt like somebody's watching you. I can't imagine the feeling. I mean, knowing that somebody is watching you behind the camera and having to perform like that. That just to me is weird. Yeah,
that doesn't bother me. Like, it's strange because in the beginning when I first started modeling, I didn't do nude modeling. I was the girl who in high school I couldn't leave the house in a tank top. I had to have a sweater on. I just didn't feel comfortable. So to go from that to I did a year of TFP in modeling, which is trade for print, basically. So I'm not getting paid. I'm just trading my time and working on my skills with different photographers. So we're getting photos to build our portfolio. And I think I didn't start doing nudes till the very end of that. So it took me a good 8 months to be comfortable. And then there's some of the girls right off the gate. They're like, they don't care. They're like, nude, my first modeling, yay! And I'm like, go, good job, But I would never ever suggest to any of the models to let anyone force you into it before you're ready, because that's the worst thing. Like, has to be on the model's time, if she ever wants to. There's a lot of models that are successful that don't do nudes. You don't have to, it's everyone's journey is different, and there's niches for everybody. And that's, I think, what I love about it is that everyone can look a different way, be a different way, but there's still a place for you. It's cool.
That's good that you have that choice.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
And it's good I found my OnlyFans page.
Please do not post a link.
He's already ordered those shoes, Lacey.
Oh, yeah.
Did they come in your site? Never mind. I don't want to know. Everybody, hang tight for just a second, and it'll literally be just a second. WRFN, we appreciate you for having us on, and we will be back with hour 2 in just a moment. Let's see. Here's the key. I have to find a button to push to do something.
Let's get ready
ready to rumble?
I'm Miranda Maverick, and when I'm in fight camp, I never listen to the Sportcat podcast.
And we're back. Welcome to the Paranormal Guys. We are live on YERGZ Radio. You can find it at YERGZradio.com and Rainbow Radio. And we are also rebroadcast on the Bigfoot Radio Network, as well as WRFN, Radio Free Nashville. And we still have Miss Lacey here. And we're gonna get into, somebody in the chat asked about love letters and Valentine's Day stuff. So give us some Valentine's Day pointers and tips here, because some of us, besides for going to the used bookstore, may be a little lost. So,
Well, I think remembering Valentine's Day is important. But if you haven't, for you guys out there that, like, oh, shoot, that's right. I mean, you can't go wrong with flowers and chocolate. I know it's so cliche, but she'll be appreciative that you thought of her. There's like, I can't see any girl. Well, there might be them out there, but any girl that goes, "Oh my God, you got me flowers and chocolate." Like, I mean, most girls will be just appreciative that you remembered, you thought of them, and here's something for you. There's a statistic I saw last year, I think, that more marriage proposals take place on Valentine's Day than any other day of the year, which is interesting because over 50% of our population don't believe in true love. That's another statistic. Yeah. So it's kind of like, well, what do you believe in then? Because, like, I don't know what the alternative is. I mean, everybody's got to believe there's someone out there for them, right? I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe you guys have some insight on the other side to that, because I don't.
Well, I've been married 3 times. So
Oh.
I've been married for
I
like
think I've got
72
that.
years.
72. It's a record.
Yeah, well, it's a life sentence. So Mrs. Sportcat tolerates me, but no, we married out of high school. So she was my high school sweetheart. So yeah, it wasn't 72. It was 30, maybe. I don't know, but it was a long time ago.
I love hearing about that because they talk about the divorce rate in this country being so high. So I love hearing, when people have been married that long. I'm like, there's hope.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she does watch every crime drama and how to, like get away with the perfect crime. So this is why I do the show, in case I suddenly disappear. So.
Oh my God.
Well, no.
Yeah, I've got an electronic leash.
Oh my
Well,
gosh.
what's the sweetest thing anybody's ever sent you or done for you, Lacey? If you don't mind sharing.
That's a really hard question. God, I don't know. I think just I'm really simple. I'm a really simple girl. I don't need diamonds. I don't need anything fancy. I can remember one year my boyfriend at the time just took me to like this. It was like a lookout, and he had my favorite meal, and he had rosé because I'm like Miss Rosé all day. I love rosé wine, and we just had a nice little picnic, and it was cozy, and it was great. I mean, that was enough for me. I don't need all the bells and whistles, but Valentine's Day night, that's where the fun should really happen. You know what I mean?
True.
That's right.
Very true. Very true.
No, do tell.
Well, I was gonna bring that in there. So, but we did get into on the Two Broke Witches the other night this trick that's going around on TikTok or something about blue salt under your tongue or something. But that's another story. So,
Yeah.
Blue salt. Yeah.
Yeah, it's supposed to help men get through.
You know, sometimes men have
Put it
performance
nicely.
anxiety and finish the show too soon, or they don't show up at all, you know. So
Is there something about the color blue? Because they have that product Blue Chew. It's like a Viagra, Google Viagra.
I think it's more the color of the member than the salt.
Is that the members only club?
Like it's blue.
Those jackets, you know.
if it's blue, I don't think I'm going to be whipping it out to show anybody.
You'll be going to the ER.
Exactly.
Please consult a doctor.
What's that they say on the Viagra commercials? If you've had direction lasting longer than 4 hours, please seek professional
seek
help.
You seek medical attention.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
Google
Well,
Viagra.
We'll never know. I couldn't get Abe to put salt under his tongue. He won't eat salt. So we'll never know. Unless one of you guys try it.
I'm still in Tennessee, so I'm a long way from home. So
Hey, nothing like, extending the member.
Ship. Ship.
if it's 250 miles long, holy cow! Why am I doing this page? I'd be like,
Getting hot in
I got
here.
this. Well,
I'm sorry.
You got a visual of that, didn't you, Greg?
Yes, I did.
Lacey, you have co-host you and Miss Kitten, where you do talk about things like that, right?
Oh yeah, our podcast is all about sex, or was. We haven't done it in 2 months, I think. So I'm
married. I'm
future.
clear. So.
Yeah. Future. Sorry. That just is funny you said that, because for a while I was going around asking married people, is it true when you get married you stop having sex? Because I was really concerned about it. And is it true?
It's true. It's
No.
true.
It depends on the
No.
couple.
I don't know. It's true. She hates me.
No.
But
We got one yes, one no.
oh,
Oh,
Greg
nice.
is quiet.
Greg says I'm not answering.
I know.
Wolf, word and tie here.
I forgot what I was talking about. I heard you say that and I was like, what? I need to know this.
It really depends on the couple, because some of my friends are like, I haven't had sex in like 2 years. I'm like, what?
It
Yeah,
hasn't been that long, but
I've heard about people like that.
Yeah. I'm like, that's insane. I was like, how? How do you go that long? So it just depends on the couple. It depends on your sex drive. I think your age has a lot to do with it, because as you get older, your hormones change as a woman, you change. So it just varies from couple to couple.
agreed.
That makes
Agreed.
sense. Yeah. I really
So-
don't know what I was saying though.
Oh, well, we were
Oh.
talking about your show. What do you? So
Oh,
it's
yeah.
live where you interact with the fan or the chat like we do here. I'm sure you probably get some weird stuff there. So
Yeah, so with Miss Kitten, we did the podcast, where we did it on Spotify, but we would also do it and put it on YouTube. And we did do a couple episodes live on YouTube. But it would send it out to like Apple Podcasts and all that. We haven't. That's why, because I said we haven't done it in like 2 months. That's where that came from. But yeah, I'm not really sure what the future of it's going to be. I haven't talked to her about it. This happened with my first podcast. Actually, my co-host disappeared in the second season, in the middle of it, and I was like, okay, so here we go again. I'm like, where did my co-host go? Because it was. I mean, it's fun, but I also have my own shows, like my Instagram show, Live with Lacey, where I just go live, and it's not as like formal. I go live with a model or a fan or talk by myself, and we talk about the same things. I think Dirty Drinking Never Have I Ever is like the go-to game that I like to play, because it's fun and it gets audience interaction, because they can answer and drink with me or just drink water and laugh at me drinking and whatever it is. It's always fun. I always like end that feeling good about myself, and it seems like we'll have a good time during it. So it's fun.
How often do you do
It's
that?
good.
I used to do it more often, and then I've added the podcast and then Model Vision, which is another show I was doing for Vision Studios every other Sunday, where I'd have someone from the industry, like a producer or a model or someone in the studio, and I'd interview them for half an hour, and then the other half an hour we'd play Dirty Drinking Never Have I Ever. So I had so many shows going at once. I didn't make enough time for Live with Lacey, but both of those shows are on some kind of weird hiatus. I got to figure that out. So I have been going live more often now. I think I just did one the other night. And I did one before that, but the audio was crap, so I didn't post that one. I just set up my World of Warcraft mic tonight for this, and I don't know. It's pretty cool.
Sounds good.
Hopefully it's working well, because I had to read the manual for like an hour.
That's pretty messed up.
Someone in the chat, Paul, asked, "What about the Drive Road show?" I'm not.
Oh, that was I had an old YouTube page, and then it got banned because my smart butt thought that I could transfer videos from my old website, like my namesake website, to my new one. And the only way I could do it was through Vimeo or YouTube. So I was like, okay, well, if I upload them, I transfer them to YouTube as private, and then download them real quick, and then delete it, they won't catch it, but they caught it. And, it's like stripping videos and stuff. So they deleted my account, and I was like, damn. But on there, I had, what was it? Like he's talking about the road show. I think it was called Deep Drives, where I'd be in the car going to a photo shoot with like my photographer, and it would be like an hour and a half ride, and we would just talk about whatever. And sometimes it was funny, and I could use bits and pieces of it and turn it into a show. Sometimes it was like, meh, nothing good here, hit or miss. But it was always fun to just turn on the camera and just see what you get out of it. Because sometimes you forget it's there, and you start talking about like some crazy shit. I'm like, oh, I gotta put that in there.
Yes, I do
That's
that all
great.
the time. Paul says, "Darn it, I was on that in December," and he guesses it's gone. So,
Paul, there's still going to be the finale where I'm going to have all the guests that were on it. They'll be remotely on in the same night. I just got to get their schedules, but I basically do it. I'll have, starting from episode 1 to the last episode, I'll have each guest come on for like 5 minutes. I'll show a clip from their episode, and then we'll talk, and then so it's not completely gone, Paul. You'll be in the finale.
that's a lot of
sounds awesome.
production work.
Yeah.
Oh my God, yeah. People don't understand until they actually are there to see. Like, I do everything. Besides scheduling and planning, I set the lighting up, I set the setup, I test everything, do all that, and then I organize the way the show's going to be, the script, the outline, the questions, all that. Then I actually am the host. I do the show. I provide everything for the guests, and then when they leave, I break it all down. And then after that, then there's editing, which is great fun. No, I like editing sometimes. Sometimes it's like monotonous, and I'm like, sometimes I wish I'm not. But then again, I have a vision. We all have our vision, and if we don't edit it ourselves, it won't come out the way we want it. I gotta let that go, I think. And just like outsource a little more, because it's getting kind of crazy.
I think Greg can probably give you some pointers there. So
What? No, I'm all dull.
he edited his and did a great job. So
Oh, what'd I edit?
movie,
Oh,
you see,
yeah. Forgot about that.
just a little thing. So. No, it wasn't a zombie movie. His was a research into Bigfoot. So,
Ooh,
It's a documentary.
yeah.
I want to watch it.
That's good.
It's for people 17 and above. You can't watch it.
Do I really look little?
Yeah, you look like
Oh
you're
my god!
19 or 13 or something.
Do you know how long it's been since I've heard that? Thank you.
Paul, you and Greg can hook up. We'll get the contact info. Well, wait a minute. I'm not trying to play matchmaker here. Hold on. It's Valentine's Day.
Well, it's almost
Greg.
Valentine's Day. So what are we talking about here, Glenn?
Well, you said $20 is $20. I can pimp you out.
Well, that's true. $20 is $20.
I get $5 cut. So. Yeah, well, that's got to be something, Lacey, dealing with the industry. How many hands are in that pie when you're doing the runway stuff and all that? Because it seems like everybody wants something.
Well, I manage myself. I don't work with an agency, so everything that I make, I keep, and I like it like that. Because I could see if I had problems finding work or something and I needed it, then okay. But I've had consistent work, like 2 to 4 shoots a week, for the last 6 years, and that's without approaching photographers. That's just being approached. So I don't feel like I need an agency, like, just to take my money and tell me who I can and can't work with. And
Yeah.
I don't like that. So, yeah.
Good business model.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Rodney says Lacey comes up with a lot of great ideas and will go out of her way to set it up. So you do the whole thing, the production and everything. What's the most difficult one you've had to set up?
Oh Lord.
Yes.
Probably doing like a live stream out of the studio, because there's so many elements that could go wrong. Like I'm trying to think of a specific example. Really, there's been a lot of I tried to do a live down in Black's Beach. It's like a famous nude beach, but we weren't doing it on the side of the nude, I guess. I don't know. We were in some rocks, some cove. And I thought it was a great idea to set my equipment right there, but I didn't realize the tide was going to be coming up. And it was a disaster. Trying to keep my equipment there and model and make sure my models didn't go floating away. And it was oh my God, I'm not doing this again. That. So anything in the elements setting up is hard to control, and those would be hard. But within, my control, indoors, it's really easy. I know what to do. I just automatically do it. It's just the timing. Sometimes I have a lot of technical difficulties, and that can make me late. So that sucks. But yeah.
I have a friend who's a photographer, and he actually built his own rain. So he
rain room.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, we've had those. I've lived in a couple studios, and we've had rain rooms, because there's that one, the FD Studios in Hollywood. And we wanted one in our backyard. So we built it, and then we would rent it out to people. So photographers would come and shoot it, and it was fun.
Yeah.
Awesome.
I think that's so cool.
Yeah, those shots are usually really great, especially if you backlight it with color or something. It's just phenomenal.
Yeah.
Paul is asking, where can we see your fashion modeling, and do you have a website?
Well, right now my Instagram, that's where I post most of my stuff. It's just, Lacey Blayze on Instagram. I had lacyblayze.com, but because of a little fight I got in with Wix, I had to shut that one down, and I've been migrating it over to a new one. It's LaceyBlayze.vip. The migration is happening slowly because they won't release my videos, hence how I got my first YouTube account deleted. Because I was trying to get my videos back. I mean, they're my videos. Like, I uploaded them, and they're like trying to keep them for ransom or something. I don't know. I'm like, can I please just have like what I uploaded? But so it's coming along slowly but surely. But yeah, for now, just my Instagram is where you can see a lot of my stuff, and I do have a link tree on there, where you can go and see other things I've done. And yeah, I do a lot. It's crazy.
Yeah. Do it while you're young before you get tired.
Well, she's only like 16. She's got a lot of
I
time.
know. Yeah.
Thank
Do it
you.
while you're young.
Mhm.
I'll be 16.
You'll be 16 this year.
That's right.
Yeah.
I think I just had a time shift. Everybody but me froze so on
Oh.
the screen.
Oh,
We were talking about Lacey turning 16 this year.
Well,
maybe I just went back in time.
That's right.
I need to. So, well, I had a question on the end of my tongue, and then we froze. And I've totally forgot it. Oh, goodness gracious! Like you said, the live sometimes is hard to control everything, you know. So,
Oh yeah.
Don't leave the questioning to me, Glenn,
no, I'll come back and it'll be a
Foster
because there's no telling what's
16.
going to come
Nice.
out.
yeah.
My
Lacey,
stepdaughter.
I'm sorry. You may need that restraining order. I assume Paul is one of your regular fans. Is
Paul is actually the producer of the movie that I'm doing.
Oh, nice.
okay.
Yeah, he has
Cool.
turned into a fan too, which is cool.
Well, you have
Nice.
to be. So,
Yeah.
Good to have you here tonight, Paul.
yes, Paul. Thank you. Yeah,
Hello,
we're glad you're
Paul.
here. Yeah. I was going to ask you how did you come up with the name? Well, I don't want to offend you, but I'm assuming Lacey Blayze is your stage name.
Yes.
So how did you come up with that?
So I had other like stage names before that one. And they were stupid. They really were like, I don't know what I was thinking. And I wasn't growing. Like it just, and not that it's all in the name, but I just remembered sitting down and going, what can I do to be, to propel myself? Like, how can I be more well known or noticed or whatever? And the name I came up with because there was a girl in like my home ec class in 6th grade. Her name was Lacey, and I liked that name. I remembered that name, so I was like, okay, that's a cool name because I do lingerie modeling and stuff. So Lacey, and then Blayze. I went to high school with a guy named Blayze, but he spelled it like Blaise. But I always put like Y's in the middle of like names that I spell, like like Jason and Jayson. For whatever reason. So Blayze, and I thought it sounded cool together. And I didn't really think that that's what changed anything, but I asked a really close friend of mine who's also a photographer, like, what changed? Like, why did I start growing all of a sudden? Because I didn't feel like I did anything different, but I was getting better. I just didn't realize that. He was like, your name. And I was like, my name. I was like, so my name changed, and all of a sudden I didn't really see it, but I know it can help you. Like if you have a name that's like, I don't even know, like Barf Matilda. I mean, that's not gonna get you anywhere. Like,
Well, Amanda, I don't know if I ever asked you how you got your stage name for wrestling.
So actually, when I started wrestling, the guy who trained me was like, your name is Amanda. You should be Amanda Bear, like Panda Bear. And I was like, no, Chris, no, I'm not going to be Amanda Bear. So the funny thing is that I already had my music picked out that I wanted to walk out to. So I listened to Thunder Kiss 69 by White Zombie, and there was a siren in the middle of the song, and I was like, siren, But like you, Lacey, I did it with a Y, so it's SYREN,
That's cool.
and I was Siren.
That's cool. I didn't know that. I should have asked that a long time ago. Barf Matilda, yeah, that's I should have got rid of her a long time ago. Oh,
Hey, that could be someone's grandmother's name. We don't know.
Oh, barf. Or person.
well, having worked on an ambulance for so long, I've seen lots of strange names, and it's probably somebody out there named that. So I ran a call. I can't remember the lady's name, and I asked her. She had a really weird name, and I said, "How did you? I don't understand." She says that her mom was leaving the hospital, and they had to have a name, and she was sitting in the bathroom, and she saw the name of like the paper towel company or something,
Oh my
and
God.
just like you changed a Y in it or something, and I'm like, I wouldn't have ever told my kid that. That's just you know. You were born on a bus. Say your name is Trailways. You know,
Charmin with a Y.
Well, being on an ambulance, you meet all kinds of people. Let me tell you.
Oh,
and Lacey,
God.
be glad that you were never at a strip club, because let me tell you, they could fight. I've ran plenty of.
I don't like fighting.
Yeah, I don't blame you there. But Chris says, Thunder Kiss and Welcome to the Planet MF are our two favorite songs of all times. Amanda understands.
I
And there you go.
understand.
Paul's already
Charmin.
casting somebody for Charmin.
Yep. That has to
Please let
be
him
the
be
name
king.
of a character in one of your movies.
Yeah. I see like a teddy bear. What is that? Because there's the teddy bear on Charmin. That's what it is. Huh?
Snuggles. Oh
Snuggles.
yeah, it's a bear.
I had that little Snuggles guy when I was like 5.
Yeah,
I
they
didn't know it
all
was
use
toilet paper.
bears. What's with bears and toilet paper? Does a bear shit in the woods? Is that why?
That's a good
They
question.
never have toilet paper in the woods.
They have bark.
They get rabbits.
Rabbits. Probably better than bark.
Yeah, rabbits.
Poor
You
rabbit.
think rabbits are brown in the woods?
If not, they're brown now.
They're always born white. You know that?
Lacey's learning something tonight.
I'm like, what?
He's gonna go back and be like, "You'll never believe what these people said on this podcast last
Yeah.
night."
Yeah, these crazy Southerners. So
No, this is awesome. This is my kind
With their southern twang.
Hey, we speak the King's English here, so hold on.
I like the way you guys talk.
Yeah.
well,
I have a
thank you.
California accent.
Is that where you're from? California?
Yeah. I didn't even know that there was a California accent until I heard it from enough people. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
There it
I'm
is.
like, I have an accent? I was like, you have an accent. I was like, what are you talking about?
Funny, I'm in Kentucky, and we actually have two different accents depending on where you're from in Kentucky. So there's my family's from Western Kentucky, out by land between the lakes. My husband's family's from Eastern Kentucky. So they say you got to go out yonder and take a ride at the light instead of you got to go down the road and take a ride at the light. They say a ride at the light. And I was like,
You
And my
got Southerners doing their giving directions thing.
a ride at the light, a ride at the light. Yeah, it's crazy. Sometimes he'll say something, I'll be like, what? I was like, we got to go to the McDonald's. We're going to go to the Walmart. I'm going to go to the bathroom and let out a little water. And said, I got to go pee. He's going to go to the bathroom and let out a little water.
I've got a paramedic story about that. But
It's crazy. And we're both from Kentucky, but totally different accents.
Have you ever ventured to the South, Lacey?
I went to Atlanta.
That don't count.
I've been to Texas, Atlanta, and Florida. So I guess none
Florida
of
doesn't count. Florida's north.
Florida's north.
Yeah.
There's a lot of Northerners in Florida,
Yeah.
but it depends on where you're at in Florida.
Well, yeah. If the further south you go in Florida, the more northern it gets. But if you're in
Yeah.
North Florida, it's actually south.
Yeah.
It's confusing as fuck. I'm trying to
My
follow
tag
that.
team partner. Yeah, my tag team partner was in Inverness, Florida, but they lived in the country. So it was country.
Mm-hmm.
It was considered south.
there you
If
go.
you go to Miami, it's north.
It is very much so.
Yeah. So many Northerners go to Miami. It's north.
Yeah. See, a lot of Northerners come down to Florida and they flock down to where it's never cold. So they bring their accents and their hideous ways along with them, So the further south you go in Florida, the more it is like New York.
And the driving goes along with it.
Right.
Oh. I've never been to New York. I've only been to Rochester.
Oh, you'll have a cultural, you'll be in
Shock.
cultural shock. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
I
think
love New
we
York.
have accents.
I
I've
used to
heard.
wrestle in New York.
I don't
But
have an accent.
I wrestled in New York a lot. We used to go every other weekend.
are they mean?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
like I was on one of the buses and a person on a bike flew out in front of the bus and he opened the window and was like, "UFN person on the bike, get off the effing road."
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Yeah, they're mean.
Yeah.
Do
Versus if
not
you did
walk
it
in
here,
front of
we'd be,
the bus.
hey, what you doing?
Yeah.
We're a little different down here.
Watch out on that bike, Bradley.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
hard for me to be mean. Like even with the
Yeah.
mean people, I don't fight hate with hate. I fight hate with love. So they probably would just devour me in New York.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Spit you out and then just keep going.
There's
don't
so
care.
many people. Just
Paul says in New York City, you just got to be ready to pee on someone or yourself in New York
What?
City.
Mm-hmm. Hey, San Francisco too.
why pee on someone or yourself?
Why?
I did get really scared in New York City. I was in Virgin Records looking at a CD, and all of a sudden the whole store started to shake, and I was like, "Earthquake, earthquake, earthquake!" And this one was like, "Honey, that's just the subway." I was
Oh, that
like,
would have been me.
"Okay."
Like, how are you supposed to know? What? Damn, it shakes all the ground.
Have you ever been through an earthquake there, Lacey?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
I was alive when the Northridge earthquake happened, but I was little. But I vaguely remember that one. That was a big one.
Ooh, that was a big one. I remember that.
Yeah. And then we've had other ones in between. But oh yeah, I've been in a lot of earthquakes.
Is it scary?
It depends how big it is, and it depends where you are.
That's what she
If you're in
said.
the car, you can't even feel it.
These are going to be some great outtakes, let me tell you.
It's not the size, Greg. It's not the size.
That's usually
That's
my
not
line.
what-
Wait, you said that.
It's how much damage it does.
Whether you have to go to the hospital or not.
Oh no.
But yeah, you all get some really bad earthquakes. It's crazy.
Yeah. But like if
We
I've
have
been in a building where I was living over a garage, and I could really feel it then because there was nothing underneath me. But then I've been in the same size earthquake driving in my car, and someone called me, like, "Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yeah, why?" Like, we just had like a 6. I was like, I didn't feel it, because I'm moving in the car. So it just depends, I guess, where you are, what you're doing.
Have you ever just gotten home and everything is a mess because of an earthquake and you didn't feel it?
Never heard that.
No, I don't think we've, at least knock on wood, haven't had one that big to where everything's all over the place.
That's good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's coming, they say, but
It is.
I'm not looking forward to that.
Well, I mean, I think every part of the country has something. I mean, here in the South, we have violent storms that come through in the middle of the night, and look at the South recently, a hurricane. Who would have thought a hurricane would have went that far north?
Yeah,
and
we got it
done that
in
much
Kentucky.
damage.
Yeah.
So I think
Yeah.
every part of the world has something.
Are you
now
away from all of the fires, Lacey?
Oh yeah, I was more south, I guess, but I know a lot because I mean I work in LA all the time, and I'm really not far from LA, so I had a couple friends that lost their homes,
Bless her heart.
photographers and everything, and it's just like it's heartbreaking. Like it was really scary because it's like I was watching it, on my phone to see like where they're evacuating people, and like just trying to remember like where people were living at, and then checking up on my friends, and it was scary. Like it was a really scary time.
Yeah.
Then you hear about fire hydrants running out of water and all this stuff, and you're like, what is going on? Like,
Yeah.
this world, I don't know.
Paul says he's building you a safe East Coast fashion studio for no earthquakes. It'll be just snow. So yes, lots of snow. So
I pose in the snow.
I think Paul's singing snow, 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 snow. It won't be long before we'll all be there with snow.
I don't do snow.
I
I love White Christmas.
Such a racist.
Oh, wait. Best movies ever.
I guess Rodney's talking about during the earthquake, if you're driving, it feels like a lot like you have a flat tire. I can see
Really,
that.
I can't feel it when I'm driving.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe if it was strong enough,
Maybe.
you would feel it with driving.
Rodney lives in Ireland, so he's got a whole different situation.
Oh.
The Best Damn Podcast says, give the love tonight. Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
Oh, thanks.
Come over to YouTube, like, follow, share, and subscribe.
Indeed.
Lacey, I don't think an earthquake has probably ever caused you to have any faux pas while on the fashion stage doing the walk or anything. Have you ever just kind of had a mishap?
No, not. I mean, I walked the runway once at Fashion Week because I never intended to be a runway model. I like the kind of modeling that I do. I call it the Little League of modeling. But I did have the opportunity to walk the runway for a company called Spirit Hoods at LA Fashion Week, and it was an awesome experience. But I know, so I did the walk, and you're supposed to hit your poses at the end. There's 3 poses. You turn around and walk back. Thank God my leg didn't start shaking until right before I was about to turn off the stage, because how nervous I was, hit me all of a sudden. But I did the whole thing, and then my legs started shaking, but nobody saw it because I literally was about to turn to the right behind the wall. But if that had happened out there, I could have fallen over. I mean, because it was just shaking.
Yeah.
Thank you, Paul. We appreciate you. Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, you see, that's stressful because you're supposed to be perfect, and
I think your adrenaline kicks in though when you're getting ready to go out. You have that rush, so I think that takes over for that moment that you're out there, and then you get back and you just almost crash.
Yeah. It was like the shock hit me right when I got back. I was like, oh, and my legs were all reacting, but it was so exciting. I was just like, I did it.
What did you get to wear that day?
Well, so the brand was called Spirit Hoods. So they make these cute, they're like fluffy sweater things, but they have animal ears.
I love
it's
it.
a pretty well-known company. I would have loved if we could have taken the outfits home, but we couldn't. But they're adorable. It was fun. And actually our our designer changed the last minute because the designer that we were originally supposed to walk for, I say we, the group of models that I was with, they didn't make it last minute. So Spirit Hood stepped in, and there just happened to be like a lot, in my opinion, a lot cuter clothes than the designer we were supposed to walk for. So I was like,
Oh, good. Yeah.
Cool.
That's awesome.
Did you have to go do the turn or get more costumes or not costumes, outfits and come back, or did you just do the one?
No, we just did the one, and then in the end, they have you walk out clapping, all the models come out. We do our walk around the stage again, and then I got to invite my family so we could walk the red carpet, and that was cool. It was awesome. It was a great experience.
That's so cool.
I get invited back, but I don't do it because my dress alone costs $1,700 for the red carpet.
Gosh, yeah.
Yeah, and then you have to do your own makeup, your own hair. I was like, it was a great experience for like one time only, but like it's not something I'm trying to make a career. I'm not even 5'7". I think you have to be 5'7". So, yeah, I'm cool on that. I like the print modeling,
She's fun size.
Yeah. I want to go to Milan for Fashion Week. The company I work for is out of Italy, and I'm an optician. I do glasses, and I want to go to Milan for Fashion Week and see all the glasses and everything. I think that would be so cool.
Awesome. Yeah. Dude, I've never left the country.
Yeah.
I've only been to Canada.
Yeah.
Doesn't count. We're going to take them there soon. So, yeah. We're going to
just not Quebec. Quebec's just not Quebec. The rest of it, okay, but not Quebec. We have to carve out Quebec.
I like Jamaica. I went to Jamaica, Mexico, Grand Cayman. I like Jamaica a lot. But they have warnings out right now. Washington.
Yeah, that's a completely different country if you've ever been there.
I went to Alaska. That feels like a different country.
Oh, yeah.
And you're in the middle of nowhere.
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, we went all the way up to Fairbanks. It's wild.
Paul, you asked an interesting question here. If Lacey does any tattoo modeling, because ironically enough, that was one of the ways I met Miss Amanda.
Oh. Well, I'm not considered like a tattoo model. Those girls are usually like all tatted up. But I mean, when I do go on photo shoots, I get a lot of photographers. Yeah, that's hot. I love that. On my photo shoots, I do have a lot of photographers that'll say like, okay, I want to photograph, because I have a large phoenix going down my right side.
Oh, nice.
Along with like other tattoos, but that's the biggest one I have. And so they'll be like, okay, can I get you to turn to the left? They're like, I want to get your tattoo. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's nice to show it off. I mean, it was 14 hours of laying there with a needle going in and out and out.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
I know people ask me like, how long did it take you to get all that done? I'm like, I have no idea. Like one on my leg that's most recent took 9 hours just for a haunted house on my leg.
Oh. Yeah, it takes a
So it's no
while.
telling. Yeah, it takes a long time. Thank you, Paul. I love tattoos.
Me too.
I tried to win the Inked magazine cover thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but you have to have money like to do it because they want you to donate money for the winner for who you think should win. It's really odd. So it all comes down to who has the most money.
Wow.
I'm like, no, I want to win the money.
You're like, I know, I want to win it, not give it.
You can put somebody else on the magazine. I just want the money.
Back when Kat Von D was really popular, she was trying to set the world record for doing the most tattoos in 24 hours. And so I went up to Hollywood with my aunt, and we stood in line waiting to, help her. They literally cut it off like 3 people before me.
Oh my god.
Because all she was doing the LA from her LA Ink show, like just the LA
Yeah.
part of it on everyone. But she didn't. I guess she didn't make it. She didn't win.
Oh my
But
gosh.
then I had the bug in me. I was like, I gotta get a tattoo. I came up here to get a tattoo. So I went to some other shop and just got a tattoo, just because
Yeah.
once you want to get it, it's like I gotta get it. It's like it's addicting. It's like
Yeah. You need that fix.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, Rodney says it's a great tattoo of the phoenix on Lacey.
Oh, thank you.
Glenn, do you have any tattoos?
No, I'm chicken shit.
Me too.
Paramedic afraid of needles. Go figure.
Okay.
So
I don't like
why did you
needles
get why did you get a phoenix, Lacey?
Because it represents my life. My whole life, I literally, I will burn, I guess, into ashes and then rebuild. So I might be burning, but I'll always rise from the ashes, and that's what keeps me going. When things are hard, I just got to remember it's gonna get better. You're gonna come back better, and
That's right.
it has always proven true. So I had to represent.
Yeah. That's awesome.
What does the star represent that you
Oh,
keep showing us?
I've got like 18 or 19 stars on me, and honestly, only 5 of them mean something. I've got 5 stars on my feet. I have my great grandmother. She had 5 names, and like her full name was 5 names. She was from Germany, and so I got the 5 stars for her, and then I showed her, and she was all excited about it. She's like, "Oh, I'm a 5-star!" I thought it was so cute. But that was my first tattoo, and then after that, I was like, I gotta get more. So I when I didn't know what I wanted, I would just get stars and just call it decoration. But then, sometimes I'd be like, oh, I want to get I have "Just Breathe" written right here on my rib, well, where my lungs would be, I guess, like my rib cage, because I have anxiety, and so it helps me to remember to breathe. Yeah, I think the Phoenix, the 5 stars, and the "Just Breathe" are the only ones that actually mean something. The other ones are just decoration. Decoration on my body.
Yes.
Me too.
I have a lot of skulls. What do you have, Greg?
Oh, I just have me.
You don't have any tattoos, do you?
No, I'm all the decoration I need.
Oh,
Hello.
I didn't think you did.
Jeez.
I have skulls. Lots of skulls. Skulls and
My
roses
skulls.
on my right arm, and then skulls and filigree on the left arm. Then my right leg I've got the Haunted Mansion, but it's kind of mixed in with the Munsters house. And then I have a tree with an owl in it and the full moon behind it going up my side. And then the horse-drawn hearse around the back. And then that's the whole top piece. And then it's going to go down into the cemetery on the rest of my leg with a big weeping angel on the back.
What the theme is obviously dark. Is there a reason for it?
All of the headstones are going to have the years that my family members were born and passed. So I'm the youngest one in my family. So if everything goes the way it should in life, I'll have to bury my entire family. So
Well, then.
it's all
Paul
of
wants
them.
to know, does a hand tattoo hurt? I would think so.
Not really. Like on the bone right here, you get a little twitchy, but that's about it. But the hand itself, apparently it's supposed to hurt, because I had this done, and then I was going to have this done on the same day. And when he finished this, he said, "Do you want me to continue?" And I said, "Yeah, go for it if you have time." And he was like, "Well, there are grown men who would not let me continue after doing their hand." But I would sit there all day if he could just tattoo on me all day. I have a very high pain tolerance, though.
Mm.
That's awesome.
If I ever got one, it would be a full-sized tattoo of me on me.
You would get Sasquatch. I know what you would get.
What have I
Probably.
done?
Glenn regrets every bit of me coming on. I'm sorry,
You'd
Lacey.
have like a whole.
Yeah.
I think you should get like a whole family of Bigfoot, like crossing your neck on the back or something.
Well, hey, Bigfoot's cool, except when you're out in the woods and they're growling at you.
Yeah.
That's not cool. That's
Well,
scary.
at least, yeah, you're out there where the real big ones are. Have you ever been out in the woods and heard anything in the woods?
Me?
Yeah.
I've been to Joshua Tree. It's not really woods. I've seen some weird things. I don't know I saw Bigfoot. I know I've seen more like UFO-y things. A lot of coyotes.
Yeah.
But I've never seen Bigfoot.
You believe in aliens?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I feel like we'd have to be naive to think we're the only ones in the universe. Like,
Yeah.
for sure. But
She has a very open mind.
Good.
oh yes.
Good.
That is. It's
That's-
very good.
When you think about how big the universe is, and we're this tiny speck
Mhm.
in everything, there has to be something else out there.
Yeah, definitely. Like, and especially just the fact that there's other dimensions on this one planet. Like, there's other planets out there that just, I don't know. Common sense tells me, yes, there's other life out there. But
Yeah.
not everyone wants to think that way, which is
Paul
fine.
says to ask you about robots.
Oh, I'm just afraid of robots. That's all. I just, like, I'll be in LA and they have like Uber Eats or whatever, like robots, that
Oh, yeah.
I got stuck in a restaurant one time because they were coming to roll by and I screamed and I ran back in the restaurant and I had to wait for them to roll by. They stop at the light, they wait for the light, and then they go across the street. And I'm like, what is that? I'm like, what are those? And so it's like, oh, those are the food delivery bots. I'm like, no, I don't like it. Like the first time I came face to face with a bot was in like a one of those market places, this World Market or whatever. And I was just minding my own business. I turned to walk down one of the aisles, and this big fat robot comes at me, and it's like, "Hi, my name is Tilly," and I'm like, "Oh my god!" And I turned around and like ran. I got stuck in the store for like half an hour. Trying call my boyfriend, like, "I'm stuck in this aisle. You have to come get me." And it's just like an inventory robot, but they're terrifying to me. Like, I don't like them at all. I think it stems from like Chuck E. Cheese when I was little. I had a lot of like nightmares about Chuck E. Cheese. My mom took me there a lot, and they'd break down and like I don't know if it's from that or what it's from. But I've even there's a casino out here where they have a cop robot in the entrance. I didn't know it was a cop, and I was walking by, and it like turned and it told me to stop, and I looked at it and I ran, and it was like, "Stop!" And I was like, "No!" Just kept running. I was like, and then I found my friends. I was like, "I think we gotta go." I was like, "I think I just ran from a cop, but it was a robot, but it was a cop. We gotta go."
Oh gosh.
I'm not looking forward to the future if they're coming out with these AI robots. No, I am not gonna be out there.
It's coming.
Gosh.
They're terrifying.
It is.
Yeah, I saw the news for Trump. I guess the grounds at his Mar-a-Lago place are so large they have robot dogs patrolling them. And that has got to be the creepiest looking thing. It looks like a robot dog with a big lens on the front of its head. And I'm wondering if it's Secret Service, if it could probably cap somebody or blow up or something,
Mhm.
So-
Oh my god.
Yeah, see, this really takes me back to the $6 million man days where they had robot Bigfoot.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, they had robot Bigfoot. And every time like there was a robot on there, their face would come off and there'd be like wires and stuff all on their face and like, that would
Yeah.
freak me out.
God.
That
Yeah.
freaked me out.
It's scary.
Yeah.
Well, the TV show Westworld, I couldn't watch it. It was too much for me. So the original one with Yul Brynner, no. It was too much for me. Now, Transformers, I don't mind because that's cool, but no, a humanoid robot, no. So
Well,
I
I
hope
like
the alien
Voltron.
visitors.
I loved Voltron.
Ultraman, maybe. I mean,
So, now, see, I loved Ultraman and when Ultraman and Godzilla teamed up.
Oh yeah.
I
They're
love me
actually
some Godzilla movies.
they're actually coming out with another Ultraman. So, Beast Wars, it wasn't bad actually. I don't. It was okay.
I don't remember Beast Wars.
It was the one where Prime was the ape. So yeah. So, Lacey, do you do a lot of entertainment stuff where you watch movies and go to things like that?
I don't have time to watch movies.
Yeah, right.
I'm literally
for that.
working 20. Like I fall asleep at my computer and I wake up at my computer. I'm learning how to take breaks.
You need to take some breaks.
I know. I'm learning. I became a workaholic, and then that was like it was all over from there. But I will say that becoming a workaholic, I did see success, and then that fuels it. So then I become a bigger workaholic, and then it's like someone's telling me to take a break, and I'm like, "What's that?" I'm like, I don't know what that is. I'm in the bathroom.
You go to Workaholics Anonymous.
Yeah, do they have that?
They do it.
I think that would
called fishing.
Fishing is terrifying.
Fishing is fun.
Fishing is scary. I'm so scared of fish.
What?
I am too. It's called ichthyophobia.
Yes. Oh my God.
What?
Yeah. I will not go in the ocean. I will not go in a lake.
The ocean now.
I won't go in the pet store with the fish.
I don't want to look at them. They're nasty, disgusting. I don't want a fish to touch me.
Do you eat fish?
Yes.
If
it's cooked, it's fine. It's dead. It's not really slimy anymore. It's like chicken.
It's like chicken.
You know what I think I figured out it is? That they don't have eyelids. So when they die, they're just always staring. I feel like that might be it's like that. I think that I don't know. But I've had it since childhood. So
How do you sleep without any eyelids?
They don't. They're always ready to attack.
Yeah. How do they sleep?
Dolphins sleep when they use only one half of their brain, and they are in like a pack or something, and the others, there's always one on patrol on the outside or something. It's something weird. Yeah, they're one of the smartest mammals. So,
did you see where someone actually captured a video of an anglerfish? You know, they're like way down in the ocean.
In front
yeah, it's got the little light.
Yeah.
And they're like so far down, and it came up to the surface.
It's hungry.
And they have like the sharp teeth and the little light. And I was like, see, that's why you don't go in the ocean. That right there.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what's out there. They haven't discovered everything that's in the ocean.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know.
I don't go in the ocean. It's nasty.
There's catfish
There's all kinds of critters in the ocean.
Bigger than me in the Kentucky River.
I used to surf, but if I saw a fish, I'd get right out of the water and I was done for the day.
Yeah.
Because if I don't see it, I'm cool. But if I see it, I'm gone.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, they're out there. It's like where the water is. That's where the fish are.
Abe carried me out into the ocean in Jamaica, and he was like, do you think you can walk back on your own? And I was like, yeah, I haven't seen any fish. But we got to the edge, and there was all the little fish right at the edge, and I jumped back up in his arms and made him carry me out.
I would be like scrambling on top of the person, like knocked him over.
I was like trying to climb him. Like, get me out of here.
Oh my God, that's so funny. I've never met anyone else that's scared of fish, so this is cool.
Yes, I know. I never meet anyone else scared of fish.
I didn't know this was the thing, so.
Yes. They're disgusting.
See, I'm scared of holes, like patterns of holes. I don't like that. I don't know. I get holophobia. whatever it is, whatever it's called.
What kind of holes are you talking about?
I think
I
that's
don't
called
know.
OCD.
Yeah. You might want to clarify what kind of hole you're afraid of, Greg. So,
Yeah, it's like these patterns of holes. Like some frogs have like these holes on their back where they get their little youngins, and their youngins like pop out of their back and stuff, and it leaves like a honeycomb looking thing. It's really disgusting, and I'm terrified of holes.
Maybe
okay.
it's called whole CD.
I don't know. It's
I don't know.
holophobia. I'm gonna look that up. Whatever it is.
Holophobia.
Too.
Fear of holes. I don't know those.
Oh, Paul, thank you for tuning in. Please like, follow, share, and subscribe. And yes, when we're done with it, I always
Trypophobia.
Oh, yeah, I saw it.
It's trypophobia.
Yeah.
I've got trypophobia.
There
Definitely.
you go.
It's an irrational fear of clusters of holes, such as those
Mhm.
found in honeycombs, sponges, or lotus pods.
I've got that for real.
That sucks.
Who knew that?
Don't like it. That and fetophobia.
Fetophobia.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What? Fetophobia.
Chris says,
I don't like feet of any kind. As a matter of fact, I went into our local Piggly Wiggly today,
I don't
which
have
is
to worry about
grocery
stepping
store.
or something, but I don't know what.
They had, and I kid you not, frozen feet of beef and pork and all pigs and
Yeah.
all sorts of frozen feet. I'm
Mhm.
like, I ain't touching that. I ain't touching nothing in that whole freezer because it's got feet. No, I ain't gonna do it because it's contaminated with feet. Like there was some sausage over here on at the other end of it, and I was going to get it, but like, nope.
You
Can't
know
get
the
it.
foot fetish world is crazy out
Oh.
there.
Yeah, I was going to ask Lacey if
Yeah,
you ever had
I'm
anybody ask
have
you
some
to
foot
do any of
fetish.
that weird stuff.
I have
Yeah.
some foot fetish clients. Yeah.
Yeah. I've sold pictures of my feet before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a thing.
They're crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had a guy, he ordered like this model car. It was about this big off eBay and sent it to me, and I did a video of him stomping on this car and crushing it with my feet.
That's interesting. I love the different kinks that are
Yeah.
out there. Like,
Yeah,
I have
it's so weird.
To each their own.
all the time.
Yeah.
It's
Crazy.
very interesting.
Yeah.
$20 is $20. So
That's right.
Exactly.
$20 is $20.
Yep.
So, Lacey, you also, besides from your regular stuff, you have an OnlyFans as well?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. And Paul wants to know, can people purchase molds of your feet?
Well,
That's
I was getting I was having a product come out that was molds of my boobs. Like literally I had a guy coming over regularly to put the molding, and I have a bunch of failures because he was trying to get the
Oh,
color
I bet there
right.
was.
And yeah, they were like supposed to be stress breasts. So like if you're stressed out, you squeeze my boob. And like but he was trying to get the color right and like everything. And then we needed like 5 pre-sales to go into production, and I was working on getting the pre-sales, and he disappeared. And I was like, why do people keep disappearing on me? Like, what is happening? But I really hope he's okay, because honestly, like he just disappeared, and we had a whole business plan, like, and everything. So yeah, mold of my feet.
I'm married, but if you need me to come help you mold that out, I would be more than happy to help. So
I am looking for a new molder for my boobs because it was cool, like
I wonder if you could do it yourself.
it'd be hard. I have videotaped the process. I think I even live streamed it on my OnlyFans the first time. It's like you gotta work fast during certain parts because it dries, but it's like a multi-step process. It's like
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be able to do it to myself.
Yeah.
there's a lot of science involved too, because they mix certain things with certain things. And just,
You could even paint with them now. That's the thing I've seen. People
paint with the boobs.
Yeah.
Oh, like, put like a brush between.
Well, no,
like color the boobies.
You color the boobs and then like smash them up against canvas and then sell that. People buy that. So
with an artist for a couple of years, it does that.
To each their own, I guess. Lacey, I promised I'd only keep you for 2 hours. We're right at it. So we're gonna take a break here. I want to make sure tell everybody where they can find you, where they can find your stuff, and anything you're pimping now. So besides for your breast molds. So
well, you can always find me on Instagram. It's just my name, Lacey Blayze, spelled with the Y and the Blayze. And on there's like at the top, one of my links, it goes to all my links. So you can find all my other content, because I've got like my YouTube channel. I've got LaceyBlayze.vip coming out really soon, which is more videos, and then my OnlyFans is like more photos. I do put some videos on there, but it's mostly photos. And that is LaceyLinks.com/exclusive, and I do promos all the time for that. God, what else? I am coming out with a new limited time only service. I haven't announced it yet, but it's going to be for people that are local, and it has to do with cleaning and in less than lingerie. So it's like a new business thing I'm going to try, that I got from the idea from a photographer who had trouble cleaning his house, and I was going over there and doing that. And then it started this idea in my head, and I looked it up, and I'm not the only one doing it. There are companies that do this particular thing. So I'm about to announce it and see where it goes. If it doesn't work out, that's fine. Just learning experience.
Don't know until you try.
Yeah. So look out for that announcement.
I love the idea. And you said earlier you weren't much of a business person marketing yourself. It sounds like you are actually much better than you're giving yourself credit for. So,
well, yeah. I mean, I do my best. Like I work with. I know how to do graphic design, and I know how to market. I feel like there's people out there that can probably do it better. Maybe I guess, because I didn't go to school for it. I feel like those people, like, those are the ones I want. But maybe I'm doing just fine. I don't know. I try not to overanalyze everything. But...
Well, Lacey, will you come back and see us again sometime in the near future?
Of course. This has been awesome. Like, thank you guys.
It has been fun. And I'm so glad that you were able to come and do the 2 hours with us. And anytime you want to just pop in, let me know. I know you're busy because it took us a while to figure out a date. So just holler at me and let me know. We'd love to have you back. So
thank you. I'd love to come back.
All right. Lacey, have a wonderful evening and stay safe, especially out there. There's probably some freaks that'll want you cleaning their socks or underwear or something. So be careful.
I'll watch them. Thank you, guys.
All right. Talk to you soon, Lacey. Thank you.
All right. Bye.
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 It was a great show. Yes.
I love it.
We appreciate it. Greg, I know you got it cut because you've got commitments too. Anything you want to tell us about coming up with you?
Well, I've got filming coming up for my third film. I'm not going to say exactly when I'm going to be filming for it or exactly where, because, obviously you got to keep that kind of secret until after it's done. But I am working on the third film. The filming for it should be completed in March. Principal filming should be completed in March. I may have to have some pickup shots done after that. But editing on it has already started. But you can find all of my stuff at relicfilms.com. That's The Legend of the Downy Booger and The Land Between the Lakes.
Cool. And I do hope that Paul Tracy gets in touch with you. He's also a producer, so maybe you two can produce together. So maybe.
Yeah,
Amanda,
maybe.
you got anything exciting coming up?
Well, we're back with Two Broke Witches on Monday nights. We
Right.
came back this past Monday night, and we're excited to get that rolling for the year. We've just had a lot of setbacks, a lot of stuff happen since we started, and it's been kind of crazy. So that's exciting to get back on that. And then, of course, in May, we'll be in Townsend, Tennessee. All three of us, actually.
That's right.
So we'll all be down there for the Bigfoot Festival. So everybody can see us on May 3rd in Townsend, Tennessee.
And my film will be shown there.
Yes.
The
Yep,
one
which
we
is
just
The
premiered?
amazing.
Land Between the Lakes. Absolutely.
Okay.
Yep.
Awesome.
Yep.
Awesome.
So
Well,
good
and
time.
then, and of course, everybody knows they can find me on Tuesdays and Thursdays, noon till 2 Eastern time on the thinlinerockstation.com, spinning some hits. I've been on a kick here lately where I've been playing a lot of rock and roll. And then next week, we have another film producer coming up, and we have, well, thank you. 4 a.m. Good Lord,
Oh,
Rodney, where
yeah.
are you at? Well, thank you for staying up. I appreciate that. I'm not sure where you are. That's awesome.
Lacey said where he was. I can't remember.
And the next week's guest is we have a parapsychologist and a film producer. And so it'll be hopefully a good show. And then who knows, I may be able to get back to Atlanta and Ireland. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you. I had a great time in Ireland, but that's another story. But yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get back to Atlanta next week, and I'll get back to doing my new show, which will be, we're going to change it from 1 till about 2:30, and it's just.
Oh, I think he froze.
He did.
It's a lighthearted look. Basically,
It's our show now, Greg.
That's right. Woo-hoo.
now.
Oh, he's gone again.
Oh, good Lord. I'm just gonna. Am I not here? I'm seeing you
You're
all.
here.
What's going on here? All right,
You're
just stop
here
it.
now.
Oh, good Lord, y'all are making me paranoid. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Greg, thanks for hopping in so late.
Oh, you're welcome,
Yeah.
Dan. Anytime.
We love having you, so we're just gonna keep you. So.
Yeah.
Just
I'll just
chain
be
me
like,
up.
here's the link, Greg. Come on over.
That's right.
Mm.
Everybody, have a great week, and we will see you soon.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Go.